Hello friends, welcome to AQBIS YouTube channel. This session is a part of our quick revision series Prelims Atulya. Today's session is going to be different because under Atulya program you merely get to hear my voice and today I'm visible. Actually this session requires different approach because it involves mapping work, so we have adopted a different approach today. So today's session is going to be far more comprehensive. So let's get started. Let's try to understand about landlocked countries, some regional groupings, and the places which have been in the news in the recent past. So landlocked countries are those countries which do not have access to open sea. Okay. So these countries do not have access to any sea, any ocean. Now there is one more dimension to it. And what is that dimension? That coastlines of a country might lie on Indo-Arctic basin. Okay, so that country can also be termed as landlocked country. Now what is this Indo-Arctic basin? Indo-Arctic basin means a water body which is completely closed and it does not allow any external flow, any outward flow. Okay, now this landlocked country cannot conduct any maritime trade. It does not have access to ocean resources. Okay, and fishing is also an issue for this country. So being landlocked is highly disadvantageous. Okay, now we have Kazakhstan, which is world's largest landlocked country by area. Okay, then you have Ethiopia, which is world's largest landlocked country by population. Okay, now we have Burundi, which is world's poorest landlocked country. Now these three facts are extremely important. Remember about Kazakhstan, Ethiopia and Burundi. Now Ethiopia and Burundi, these countries are in Africa. In fact, Ethiopia, it's a part of Horn of Africa. Okay. Now what is this Horn of Africa? Horn of Africa is the eastern peninsula of Africa. So you can see Ethiopia here, Burundi is here. Okay, so this is African continent and the eastern peninsula is known as Horn of Africa. So you must know about it. Okay, Ethiopia you can see here, Burundi is here. So Ethiopia, it is world's largest landlocked country by population. Okay, and Burundi is world's poorest landlocked country, and both are the part of African continent. Now let's talk about double landlocked countries. Now double landlocked countries are surrounded by other two landlocked countries. It means in order to reach the sea, you will have to cross two international borders. Okay, so you have Liechtenstein in Europe, which is between Switzerland and Austria. You have Uzbekistan in Asia. So we have only two nations which are double landlocked countries. So this is very, very important. Liechtenstein in Europe and Uzbekistan in Asia. Okay, now here you can see Kazakhstan, world's largest, we discussed. So you must know the location. Okay, then here you have Uzbekistan. Okay, here you have Liechtenstein. So between Switzerland and Austria. Now let's talk about landlocked countries in Africa. I'm going to show these countries on map. So these are the countries. Okay, so you have Mali, Niger, Chad, Sudan, Burundi, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe. So I'm going to show it to you on map. You can see these countries. Okay. So you have Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, South Sudan. So you must know the location of all these countries. So we have provided the names and we have the map also. Okay. Now you have 15 landlocked countries in Asia. So you have Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Laos, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. So all these countries are landlocked countries in Asia. Okay. And here you can see the location. See, locating these countries is not going to be that easy. It does not happen in a day or two. It requires the practice. So you will have to devote some time for the mapping work. Okay. And once you have developed proper understanding, it will become very, very easy for you. So mastering mapping work, it will require some time. Okay. So you'll have to give some time to mapping work. Now you have 16 landlocked countries in Europe. Austria, Serbia, Hungary, and remember here Vatican City. Okay, it is the smallest country, smallest landlocked country. Okay, so these names you can develop some idea, and here is the map. Okay, so all these countries you can see here, you can locate on the map. This is for you. Even you can pause the video and you can try to locate these countries, all these 16 countries. Now let's talk about regional groups. Now you have to understand that when we study about these regional groups, we focus on the names of the members, because from UPSC's perspective you must be aware of the names. Now memorizing these names is very, very difficult, but if you can locate these members on the map, then it might become easy. See, let's take SCO for example. You know that in SCO no country is from North America. Okay, no country is from South America, no country from Africa. If a country is given from North America or South America or maybe Africa, you can easily eliminate. You know that countries from Central Asia, East Asia, only these countries are part of SCO. So this is the rationale behind providing you these regional groups on the map. Okay, so you can develop a picture in your mind. Okay, that SCO maximum countries from this area. Okay, Pacific Alliance maximum countries from South America. Then NATO maximum countries from North America and some countries from Europe. Okay, then you have some other regional groups. You have SAARC. Okay, no nation from this part, from this African continent. Okay, we have some more, Council of Europe. Okay, Asian Cooperation Dialogue. So you can actually form a picture. Okay, so this is how you can easily solve any prelims question if it is asked. Now let's talk about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. You see here the Trans-Pacific Partnership, you have countries from North America, you have countries from South America. Okay, and then you have countries from this side also. Okay, so this is something which you must be knowing. You have Australia, Brunei, Vietnam, Japan. Now this Trans-Pacific Partnership, this is very, very important, and in previous years questions have been asked from this topic. Now we'll talk about some international places which have been in the news. So you have this Ambarnaya River. Okay, it is in Arctic region, so it was in news. Okay, Senkaku Islands. These islands were in news because of dispute between China and Japan. Tokara Islands. Now this is these islands are part of Japan. So these islands are very, very important. Litani River, Pashupatinath Temple. It is in Nepal. So this temple is also very, very important. Just remember, it is not in India, it is in Nepal. So it might be asked in prelims. Okay, So from the prelims perspective, remember about South China Sea also. Okay, it might be asked, question might be asked on South China Sea, because G7 leaders, they raised some concerns about the situation in South China Sea. Now remember about Borneo Island. Now this island is also important, and you have to understand that this island, it is politically divided among three countries. Okay, you have Malaysia, Brunei and Indonesia. Okay, so this Borneo Island, this is also very very important. Then you have New Caledonia. So New Caledonia is a part of France. It's a part of France. So this is also very very important. Then you have Tristan da Cunha. Now this is an UK overseas territory. So this place is also very very important. So we are expecting at least one question from this topic. And I'm hoping that you must have liked this video, because we have covered almost all important topics related to regional groupings and places, and you must have understood about landlocked countries and double landlocked countries also. And do not forget the facts that we have discussed about Kazakhstan and then Burundi, Ethiopia. These are very very important facts. And then we discussed about Liechtenstein in Europe, and then we discussed about Kazakhstan, then we discussed about Uzbekistan also. And you must know the location also. As I said, mapping work requires some time, so you should be devoting some time to mapping work. If you have liked our initiative, you can subscribe our YouTube channel for more such videos, and you can follow us on our social media platforms. We upload daily current affairs content on our various social media platforms. So that's all for today's session. I'll see you in the next session soon. Thank you. Bye bye.